multiple cabinet retreats, life is still going to be unaffordable even after this one. More of the same. It's like Groundhog Day. After 9 years, housing prices have doubled. Drugs, chaos, disorder in our streets. And after 9 years, life has just become unlivable in cities across this country. Today's announcements are more of the same. We've heard the same housing promises time and time again. In 2015, in 2017, in 2022, and 2023. Just the same promises, and yet housing costs have doubled. We've heard the government reverse its own policies on temporary foreign workers. At a time where unemployment was 6%, they didn't need to do this, and today they've walked back the disastrous policies of Sean Fraser, who at the time was immigration minister, who broke our immigration system and is now responsible for fixing housing. Canadians don't buy it anymore, and they are struggling more than ever. I'll take some questions now.
What do you think of how the government handled the rail strike? Was it appropriate to involve the board?
Look, under this government, labour strife has never been higher. It's cost the Canadian economy, since the Prime Minister has been in office, $10 billion. Labour strife in this country has never been worse, except previously under his father. This government's inflationary spending, high interest rates, out of control spending has resulted in Canadian workers taking less home and unable to afford gas, groceries, and home heating. And we understand that they need higher paychecks. That said, look, this is a Prime Minister who hasn't been able to bring forward a deal, and we're going to watch this closely. We also believe that the best deals are made at the bargaining table.
Some liberals are saying that there should be a cabinet shuffle or some sort of changes to see changes in the polls. Do you think that would make a difference?
Look, I think the only cabinet shuffle that needs to happen is that this Prime Minister needs to go, and he can call a carbon tax election today and give Canadians the choice between lower taxes, axing the carbon tax, building more homes, fixing crime, stopping crime, and fixing the budget. That's what Conservatives are going to offer, and we'll go to an election with him today if he so chooses.
What do you think about the EV Chinese announcement today? Was it what you were expecting? Or?
Well, the Prime Minister has followed what Leader Pierre Poilievre has said a number of weeks ago. He certainly hasn't gone as far without any comments or any commitment to semiconductors or any of the components. We want to see the best deal for Canadian workers, and we don't want to see our markets flooded with EVs. These subsidizing Chinese-built EVs instead of putting more money in the pockets of Canadian workers in Canadian industry. That is not something we stand for, and we said that 2 weeks ago. He has finally followed. But again, this is another cabinet retreat where there is absolutely nothing new, and Canadians will still have trouble affording a home, food, gas, groceries, the whole lot, even after this cabinet retreat is done.
Can you tell us why you're here today? Are you meeting with any of the officials involved in the retreat?
Well, we're meeting with Canadians right across the country, as we have been all over this summer. I'm here with my colleague Steve Ellis from Nova Scotia, and we've got some meetings set up for later today.
Are you meeting with the American National Security Advisor?
We are not. No.
Any other reason that you're here today? Any other plans while you're here?
Well, we've got a number of meetings set up. We're going over to your neck of the woods, or
right.
just by there later today to meet with other colleagues and other stakeholders.
Just if it were a Conservative government, how would you handle potential retaliatory action from China?
Look, our job is to make sure that Canadian workers have the best deal, and that they take more of their paychecks home, and that they can afford gas, groceries, and a home in a safe neighborhood. That was the Canadian promise. everything that the government has done over the last 9 years has broken that deal. So we're going to make sure that we look after the core, and the core needs to be, that promise needs to be kept for workers.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thanks.